Hello everyone from cold and snowy northern Michigan. Today we're going to look at the Wolverine X2, X4 850. We're going to be upgrading from the NGK plugs to the Iridium. And one reason is it's time to change the plugs at 2200 miles. The other reason is some people talk about a cold starting issue where you have to start the machine twice on the cold weather, sometimes even in the warm weather. So I have the Elbatune and the uni filter, so I don't experience that as much. Still happens, especially in the cold. So I'm going to see if putting in the Iridium plugs takes care of the issue. The other thing you could try, which you should be doing anyway, is running 87 octane fuel. You don't need to run any higher than that. It's not going to boost your performance at all. Since I have the tune, I'm running 91 octane fuel, so got a little bit going against me. So to get started, I'm not going to go through the whole process of changing the plugs, just the basics. Make sure you clean off this cover. I blew it off with air, wiped it down with the Clorox wipe, sprayed it with brake cleaner, and now I'm gonna disconnect the coils and pull those plugs out of there. So I already loosened the coil wires, so I'm just gonna pull these off. And since there's only two here, I'm gonna pull them off. I have to clean that again. I'm gonna pull them off at the same time. If I had more than two, I'd do them one at a time so you don't get them mixed up, but that's not gonna happen here. So these things are bare to get out, especially when it's below freezing temperature. So I'm not going to make you watch the video while I do that. So I'm going to get those out. Then while they're out, before you remove the plugs, shoot some air down in there to remove any debris, and then we'll swap out the plugs. So get that taken care of. Be right back. Okay, the coil packs are off, and I'm going to get in there and get the plugs out now. You need a 14mm spark plug socket, and make sure you have the spark plug rubber insert, or or a magnetized one, and that way you can get the plug out. Another thing you can do, if you have neither of those, you can get it out with the coil, if you can get it on the end of it, or one of the little magnets, little telescoping magnet. So there's about 100 threads on these things, so I'm not going to make you watch all this either. So I'm going to pull these plugs out, show you the new ones, show you the old ones, and put the new ones back in, and I'll be right back. So here's the old plug and the new plug. The old plug actually still looks pretty good, so it didn't need to be changed, but kind of try to see if it fixes that starting issue. Also, spark plugs, they do a lot of work. If you're traveling at 6,000 RPM, your plug's firing 30 times a second, so even a little boost in performance should make a difference there. You might not notice it, but it should be there. So I'm going to get these put back in. So one other thing I wanted to mention is I actually had to gap these plugs. I always check it, but I don't know, 10 years since I've really had to actually go in and gap one. But these came in from Amazon, and the boxes were all open, so these are bouncing around. So I checked both plugs. They both needed their gap set, so make sure you check that. It's also in the owner's manual. I don't remember what it was at the moment. Also, my spark plug socket is not holding on to the plug to get it in there. It's just dropping it in, so I'm going to use the coil. Just stick it in there just a little bit, and then very carefully, well, you don't really have to be careful, just start it very carefully, back it up a little bit, get the threads locked in, and then start your turn. Always do this by hand. You don't want to cross thread these. So I'm going to finish putting these in, connect the coils, and then I'll go inside and see if it starts up on one crank. Okay, in case you guys don't know what I'm talking about with the two starting issues, here's a quick video showing what happens. Stall number one, and then we'll start right here. Okay, the Iridium plugs are in. Let's see how it does. Always wait for the fuel pump to stop buzzing. Huh. Well, that actually seems to have worked. So it's a little warmer than the last test, so I'm going to do that again maybe tonight when it gets down below zero again. So let's see what happens. go. That's 3 out of 4 times the Wolverine started on one try. So again, I have the Elbow Racing tune, which requires the 91 octane fuel and a unifilter, and now the Iridium plugs. And I would say the Iridium plugs definitely improved the situation with starting it twice. Again, you should be running 87 octane fuel. The only reason I run 91 is because Elba specifies it with their ECU reflash. And that's it. If you like this video, please click like below. And if you want to see more content like this, please click subscribe. Thanks for watching.